A lot of Indiana Fever fans truly dislike Erica Wheeler and Kelsey Mitchell. Obviously, earlier in the season, it had a lot to do with those two players playing the same position as Caitlin Clark, and those two players being on the court was kind of reducing Caitlin Clark's role. But as we've gone on, Caitlin Clark has become more of the system for this team. Everything is kind of running through Caitlin Clark as of recently. Her last game, she had, 24-19 assists. That is historical. Nobody's done that before, right? So Caitlin Clark is becoming more of the point guard on this team, and Kelsey Mitchell and Erica Wheeler are taking back seats. But we're going to go over some film and kind of look at what people talk about when they say Erica Wheeler needs to be traded, or when they say Kelsey Mitchell needs to change her play style. I don't think Kelsey Mitchell needs to be traded because I believe that there's not a lot of people on the market who can do what Kelsey Mitchell does for the Indiana Fever. I think a lot of people who think, oh, Kelsey Mitchell needs to be traded because she's a ball hog sometimes, don't realize the talent that she is and where that talent is in the W. It's not on the market right now. There's not a lot of players who can do what Kelsey does. We need to have her on the team. She just needs to buy into this off-ball role. So I got some film of Erica Wheeler. I got some film of Kelsey Mitchell. We're just going to break it down, and we're going to go over what exactly these players do that I don't like, that a lot of people don't like, and what leads to a lot of people to say that these players need to be traded. You might hear it all the time, but you might not visualize it and see it. So we're going to break down some film. Now check out this first play. We're going to focus on Erica Wheeler. This is from the Indiana Fever's game against Seattle. It was like on June 28th or something. It's about a month ago. But Erica Wheeler comes off a screen here. There's about 8 seconds on the shot clock. She has an opportunity to pass it to Alyssa Smith. And if you go further, she has another opportunity to pass it to Timmy Fagbenle. But she doesn't, and she dribbles it around, ends up passing it to Kelsey Mitchell, and there ends up being a shot clock violation. And like the time was kind of running out. She had time to make 2 passes. But what I want you to notice is her action of dribbling the ball around. She'll go into the paint and dribble the ball around the entire court just to make a simple pass. It is not something I like from Erica Wheeler. This is one of the main reasons I dislike her, because she does a whole lot of dribbling, and the dribbling leads to nothing. She would dribble around the entire court just to make a simple pass that led to nothing. I don't know what her thought process was here. I don't know why she didn't go up for a layup, maybe try to draw some contact if she elected to not pass the ball. Timmy Fagbenle was wide open in that paint. I think you had Alyssa Smith for a great pass. I think Alyssa Smith can make that mid-range jump shot. At least, if the time is running out, pass it to her. So why do we dribble it all the way around and pass it to Kelsey Mitchell? I think you could definitely say I'm being picky with this play, but I'm using it to represent a whole lot of times where Erica Wheeler does this, where she just dribbles around, and a lot of her dribble moves are just uncalculated, and she wastes time on the court. She slows down the game, the pace of the game, and it seems like she doesn't know what to do on the court. If you put Caitlin Clark in this same position where Caitlin Clark comes off a pick and roll, she's going to find Timmy Fagbenle, or she's going to find Alyssa Smith, or she's going to go up with the layup. She's not going to dribble it out to pass it to Kelsey Mitchell, and that's why a lot of people like Caitlin Clark in these situations over Erica Wheeler, and a lot of people question why Chrissy Size still puts Erica Wheeler in these situations. Now on to the next play. Now check out this next play from Erica Wheeler. She gets the rebound, and instead of giving the ball to Caitlin Clark, she elects to push the pace on her own, and she gives it to Caitlin Clark too late, and there ends up being a stoppage of play. But what I want you to notice is the fact that if she would have passed that ball to Caitlin Clark immediately, I guarantee you she would have found Timmy Fagbenle running wide open down there. Caitlin Clark would have found Timmy Fagbenle. Erica Wheeler does not find Timmy Fagbenle, and it just kind of shows the difference in these two players' skill. Look, Caitlin Clark is a point guard. Erica Wheeler is also a point guard, but Caitlin Clark is a higher level of point guard. She is a playmaker. This is why we want Caitlin Clark to bring the ball up the court. Nobody's seeing Caitlin Clark as the white Jesus, that blasphemous name I keep on seeing. Y'all keep calling Caitlin Clark the white Jesus. No, nobody is trying to prop her up as if she's like God. We're just saying that she's a better playmaker than these other players. That's why we want Caitlin Clark to bring the ball up the court. We want her to bring the ball up the court because she's going to find Timmy Fagbenle wide open. Erica Wheeler's not going to find Timmy Fagbenle right there. She should have passed the ball to Caitlin Clark immediately. She does eventually pass it to Caitlin Clark, but it takes her too long in my opinion, and this is just some of the things I just don't like. This is the kind of stuff I see. I'm like, yo, if Caitlin Clark had the ball immediately right there, she would have found Timmy. Now check out this next play, and before I show it, I just want to say a lot of people told me that Erica Wheeler is known for her defense. That is the reason Chrissy Size plays her, because she's a defensive player. And apparently Chrissy Size is a defensive coach, but we didn't see any of Celeste Taylor get any minutes. We just just started seeing Lexi Hole get, we're not even gonna go there. But either way, she's supposed to be a defensive player. Look at her lacking on defense. The player she's supposed to be guarding literally has ran all the way around the court, and she doesn't even realize it till seconds later. And obviously, nothing ends up happening on this play when it comes to Erica Wheeler's defender. But still, man, this is just terrible defense. This is the stuff we see from her all the time. You know what? What I really don't like, it's not happening right here, but what I really don't like from Erica Wheeler being on the court is that sometimes Chrissy Sides will run this 3-guard lineup that has Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Erica Wheeler on the court. Erica Wheeler is not a good defender when it comes to size. She does play with effort, I will give her that, but she's not a good defender when it comes to size. And when she comes in the game with Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell, it just forces Caitlin Clark to play a bigger role defensively. Nobody wants to see Caitlin Clark play a bigger role defensively because she's not a good defender. Kelsey Mitchell's probably a worse defender than Caitlin Clark, and Erica Wheeler is probably a worse defender than the both of them when it comes to her size. You cannot put her on anybody besides the corner sitter. That's who you want Erica Wheeler to guard. You don't want her in any action, so she's almost a liability on the court. She's a liability. So I don't like seeing Erica Wheeler get minutes with 2 other guards, and she's just a small player. She plays with defensive intensity, but she's just a small player, and it's really a detrimental thing. Now, I want you to take a look at this next play from Erica Wheeler. Notice how she comes off a pick and roll, and she does not find the cutter. She does not find, I think that's Timmy Fag-Binlay cutting right there. If it was Caitlin Clark in the same situation, Caitlin Clark would have got that pass through those 2 defenders. I know it because I've seen her do it many times. Erica Wheeler does not do it because she's not a great playmaker. I don't know why she has the ball in her hands. Now, let's go ahead and get to Kelsey Mitchell, because Kelsey Mitchell is a lot different from Erica Wheeler. Erica Wheeler can be traded. She can go. She gets paid too much money. She's a defensive liability and offensive liability. She shouldn't be on the court at all. But when it comes to Kelsey Mitchell is the kind of player that I really want to see succeed, because you don't want to see her be traded because of her value as a player, because of how great she is. But sometimes you find her doing just a little bit too much. Kelsey Mitchell is sometimes just a ball hog. I like to see her play off ball. I like to see her play off of Caitlin Clark. I've made many videos about this. Go check them out. Kelsey Mitchell is at her best when she's making use of the openings Caitlin Clark gives her by just being on the court, because defenses will buffer up on Caitlin Clark. They overreact at everything she does. Kelsey Mitchell can benefit from that. We know this. We've talked about it on this channel. Go find those videos. I made many of them on Kelsey Mitchell. Check this out from Kelsey Mitchell, man. She takes it into the paint, and there's 3 defenders there, and she shoots this shot, this crazy, ridiculous contested shot, and you had Katie Lou Samuelson wide open in the corner. As a matter of fact, Katie Lou Samuelson's defender has turned her back to her. Katie Lou Samuelson is wide open in the corner, but Kelsey Mitchell shoots this contested shot because guess what? Kelsey Mitchell is always thinking of herself. When she gets the ball, most of the time, she's only thinking about scoring. She's a scorer. I get it. Some players just score. But you have to have awareness on the court. You have teammates. You have to understand what's going on. Sometimes it seems like Kelsey Mitchell just puts her head down. She goes into the paint and she shoots a contested shot without thinking of anything besides shoot the ball. It's almost like she got hypnotized. And she's just like, in her mind, all she's thinking of shoot, 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 shoot. Like she's just chanting shoot. That's all that's going through Kelsey Mitchell's mind. I do not like this, man. Pass the ball. Now, I want you to take a good look at this next play from Kelsey Mitchell. Now, Alyssa Smith is bringing the ball up the court, ends up giving it to Kelsey Mitchell. She keeps the pace going, and she goes down to the lane. Shoots this left-handed layup, and she misses the shot. But look, that's a decent layup. But what I don't like is her lack of awareness on the court. She's only thinking about herself. Look how wide open Caitlin Clark is right here. There's not many times where you have Caitlin Clark wide open for a catch-and-shoot three-point shot. But every single time it happens, Caitlin Clark doesn't seem to find the ball, because every single time Kelsey Mitchell gets it, she's only thinking about shooting. And there is a perk to that. I do think that is a good thing in theory, because you need a big-time scorer next to a playmaker like Caitlin Clark. But you also have to have awareness on the court. You have to also be realizing that you're not the only player on the team. It's not a 1v5. Caitlin Clark is wide open. You need to find her. Now, most of the plays I just showed you of Kelsey Mitchell actually came from earlier in the game. She was shooting these contested shots early in the game. She was shooting the ball too much, and she did take a backseat as we went on in this game. Look, man, I'm pretty much dead set on the fact that Kelsey Mitchell's shot just looks pure off the catch. Look at this shot, man. This is a beautiful shot. Look, man, off the rebound, off the tip out, off a missed free throw. This is a beautiful shot from Kelsey Mitchell. She looks best when she's playing off ball, and she gets so many opportunities. Check out this next play. Look, when you let Caitlin Clark play point guard and let Caitlin Clark bring the ball up the court, you're going to have openings. Look, Caitlin Clark gives Kelsey Mitchell the ball, and Kelsey Mitchell has a wide open lane. She has a wide open paint. She's able to go up with an easy layup. This is an easy shot. It's not a contested shot. It's not a shot where you have 16 dribbles and then you take it down to the paint and shoot this contested hocus pocus crap shot. What I like from Kelsey Mitchell is her shooting a shot that is created from gravity. Caitlin Clark gravity. Those openings you get because defense is, they're focused on other players elsewhere. Kelsey Mitchell is not the best player on this team. She's the third best player on this team. Defenses are going to worry about Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston before they worry about Kelsey Mitchell, and that is to her benefit. I like her taking that and making use of it, taking these openings and capitalizing on the opportunities. I don't like when she goes one-on-one because it doesn't lead to anything good. You're not making use of the fact that you play with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, and you're just being selfish. I like these plays, and Kelsey Mitchell does make that adjustment. Either way, that's where we're going to end off this video, and if you do like these videos, make sure you like this video and subscribe if you do enjoy these videos. It's really helpful, and I would appreciate if we could get to 10,000 subscribers one day. That is a big-time goal. I appreciate you guys for 6K subscribers, though. We could end at 6K, and that's a pretty big, monumental thing, but bro, we got to keep growing. If you like these videos, make sure you subscribe. I want to say shout out to the Ben Daniel podcast. Shout out to the Ben Daniel podcast. He reacted to my last video, and he brought a lot of traffic over to my channel, so I really do appreciate that. I appreciate him. It was a very funny reaction. And I also appreciate Mick Talk Hoops, or Mick Talks Hoop. Mick Talk Hoops is kind of crazy. Mick, he talks hoops. That is what he does. And he did a response video to my last video as well last night. So go show him some love if you don't know Mick. I appreciate that from him. He brought some more traffic over to my channel as well. Either way, man, we're going to end this video off, man. Drop some video ideas in the comments, whether it's WNBA or Indiana Fever or NBA content, whatever you want to see me talk about. I'm looking for content. I don't have much to talk about right now since these games aren't going on. So, yeah, just let me know what y'all want to see me talk about. And, yeah, I'm out, man. Peace out.